Have you ever found yourself at the tail end of a series of unfortunate circumstances? How many times have you had to shout at someone, "This isn't what it looks like," in an honest manner? This kind of thing happens to me a lot. Or, when I'm trying to help someone, they refuse my help because my methods are complex and take a lot of effort. Rarity Investigates may have been a thorough detective film noir parody, but if you learn from it, then you know to look closely, and then you'll see that it shows exactly how we can handle or even prevent situations like what happened to Rainbow Dash. Differing from the compassion and forgiveness that I usually talk about in solving interpersonal problems, situational awareness, attention to detail, and an inquisitive nature are some of the most important tools you can have for solving life's practical problems. Those who don't already implement these tools would be surprised at how anything from simple misunderstandings to life-changing decisions can be made easy. First, we saw Rarity's attention to detail. Without this, she wouldn't have been able to find Rainbow's hair, notice the way it was cut, the smell of the envelope, the loose curtain holder, or which guards were on duty. This ability is rooted in the understanding that every single detail is important, and the skill is acquired by practicing at any opportunity you get. Regardless of your skills, jobs, or hobbies, this skill can be applied and needs to be practiced every day until it's second nature. Without this, it's nearly impossible to be truly self-critical. It's extremely difficult to know whether or not you're on the right track in life. How will you ever be able to notice the patterns or find the inconsistencies around you or in someone's alibi when they're bringing these false accusations against you? Next, we saw Rarity's situational awareness. This was used to determine which method to use and when in order to get what was needed. It was this skill that allowed her to know how to talk to the guards or notice Wind Rider's disingenuous chuckle. Though similar in practice to the aforementioned scrutinization, situational awareness is more of a mindset. It's an ever-vigilant and intimate presence within the world around you. While attention to detail helps you find what you're looking for, situational awareness shows you where to look. Without this, you are easily fooled. For how can you tell if someone is being honest if you don't know how to seek the truth? How can you get someone to cooperate and help you without knowing what they need in order to do so? How can you know what's happening or has happened if you weren't present of mind enough to see it? Lastly, Rarity demonstrated her inquisitiveness. By combining attention to detail and situational awareness with a need to know more about a situation, she was able to figure out which questions to ask and lead herself to the conclusion. Without this, the trail would have gone cold when the guards couldn't tell her who gave them the cake. This skill is acquired through a combination of patience, a desire to learn, and a desire to understand the situation at hand. Through investigating every aspect of a problem, its resolutions present themselves. Once all possibilities are apparent, the possible and impossible separate themselves, making the truth easier to find. Without this skill, the only action that remains is to jump to whatever conclusion first pops into your head, which is rarely accurate. You're more likely to get dead set in your ways and be unable to learn anything to the contrary, making it difficult for others to help you. Better yet, why not acquire these skills now while you have the chance? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and as long as there is someone else sharing your passion, there is a chance that they will bring false accusations against you in order to maintain their own position. In Rainbow Dash's case, she might have caught on to Wind Rider's intentions. Then he would have never been able to sneak up on her and cut off a chunk of her hair without her noticing. His plan would have been useless, and the risks that Rainbow Dash faced wouldn't have ever happened. Be ever vigilant. Even though trust and friendship is important, it is always possible that someone will selfishly act against you. We need to be ready to protect ourselves against these kinds of things, or be ready to recover from them and learn from the attack should we fall victim. It's important to remember that these things can happen both intentionally and unintentionally. Without employing these tools, we can jeopardize a lot more than just ourselves. I've seen too many friendships end over simple and preventable misunderstandings because instead of seeking the truth and understanding, people instead choose to forsake patience and get stuck in their ill-informed conclusions, just like Rainbow Dash. Through this, Rarity was able to show Rainbow Dash how to be calm, patient, and use the right tools for solving the problems that life throws our way. If we can start implementing the same mentality now, or allow our friends to help us in ways that we may not immediately understand, then we can get to the bottom of any mystery in both ours and our friends' lives, as well as prevent these types of problems from happening again. And that's the moral of the story. If you have anything you would like to hear discussed or reviewed, you can drop suggestions by following BronyBuck on Tumblr or sending an email to bronydebates@gmail.com. Be sure to check out Irish John's channel for some funny short films, as well as Okizuma's channel for a variety of great videos, and thank them for their support. Feel free to check out my Patreon to see how you can support my channel and what you'll get in return. Big thanks to all of those supporting me already. Have a great day, and I look forward to hearing from all of you soon.